Bonjour les amis, comment allez-vous? J'espère que vous allez bien. Allez, on continue notre aventure.
This is tough going. Delphi, are you sure you can manage in your condition?
I could ask you the same question. Try to keep up.
Ugh, as if this journey wasn't tough enough already without a roadblock.
Don't worry. We should all be fine with the traveler here. We don't need to take a detour. Wait, why are you all looking at me? You're not seriously expecting me to fight, are you?
We're just curious, that's all. I don't think anyone's ever seen Farina in a fight before.
Yeah, but don't you remember why? The Hydro Archon willingly gave up all her power so it could be converted into indemnitium. Miss Farina said so herself.
Precisely. And I'm not even the Hydro Archon anymore, so all my power is gone anyway. As much as it pains me, unfortunately, I should just stay put. I'm more like a damsel in distress more than anything.
That sounded so smug. Ugh, secondhand embarrassment is unbearable.
C'est la vie indeed. Alas, I am forced to watch on helplessly as a more brave and seasoned adventurer than I swoops into...
Aw, too bad. I was so...
Sorry to leave all the heavy lifting to you.
Don't worry, piece of cake.
Time to act.
Go in! Now you shall perish! Time down!
certainly live up to your reputation.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, the path is cleared now, so onwards and upwards.
Vilma, are you there?
Huh? Oh, it's you guys. Wait,
I can explain. We've been rounding up the whole troop.
so, you think knowing the truth about the director's disappearance will help? I care just as much as everyone else about making the Little Oceanid a success. If I open this can of worms now, I just...
Vilma, avoiding the truth, unless you mean to suggest that Aurelie's death had something to do with you.
I don't want to talk about it.
Listen, Vilma. I used to think that my love for Aurelie was a point of shame. I never brought it up to anyone. But now, I've made up my mind to put it all on the table. I'm prepared to face everything, to sacrifice everything. The Little Oceanid cannot be complete unless we do justice to Aurelie on an emotional level.
This is why people think of you as not being the smart one. As you all know already, the troupe was kept afloat not from ticket sales, but donations from... We took on side jobs when we weren't performing, but even then, the troupe's fine. So, anyway, one day after a show, a merchant came to me and offered us a huge... It seemed like a win-win. So, the drink in question was... synth.
Isn't that the drink paddled by the culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
I freaked out when I saw the boxes. And I told the director everything, but she didn't reprimand me for making the decision without consulting her. Instead, she contacted the merchant, and the merchant was furious, berated us for going back on our word, and threatened to sue us for damages. The amount... I was going to sort it on my own, but the director stopped me. She said that this was an issue, but things only got worse from there. The synth merchant just wouldn't let up, and then suddenly I admit this whole thing was my mistake. I didn't dare to tell any of you the truth back then, and after the director disappeared, I was even more afraid to say it. Yeah, I got Aurelie killed. There, I said it.
Hey, don't say that.
You traitor! You knew Aurelie was in danger. Why in God's name didn't you tell us? What do you mean? You were afraid? This was a life and death situation. We could have saved her. How could you be so stupid?
Please, try not to get too worked up.
Yeah, listen to him.
Stay calm? How can I stay calm? This guy got Aurelie murdered. And he has the gall to try and high-road us, claiming that he kept his mouth shut for the sake of the show.
All I can say is I'm sorry. Truly. I wanted to apologize to everyone in the troupe, but I'm just a coward who made an awful, terrible mistake that I can never take back. Beat me up if you want. Kill me if you prefer. It's in my life. So I can meet the director and apologize to her in person.
Get out of my sight! Go! Get lost! I don't ever want to see your face.
That's enough! You've screamed and shouted at each other for long enough. Now, can you stop conflating the show on stage with your real-life relationships in the troupe? You keep saying that you want to use this final performance to pay tribute to your director and celebrate her life. How can you do that if you're just using it as an excuse?
You're right.
I'm sorry.
On stage, the lead role is the focal point of the audience's attention. But in her own life, her greatest desire wasn't to be... What she wanted was to build a warm home for all of her brothers and sisters. To shield you all from the storms that rage in the world outside. That's how I understand why you're trying to make her the hero of the story, but isn't she your hero already? After everything she did for you?
Yeah.
So think hard about what that means. If you really hate each other and can't reconcile your differences, then you could just call it quits now. Why bother with the final performance if the group is already fractured? But you can't bring yourself to do that, can you? You care too much about Director O'Reilly and the home she built you all to let go. What are you laughing at? I don't see what's so funny.
Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's just that, for a moment, if she'd seen Paulo and Vilmont at each other's throats like that...
Really? But she sounded like
Of course she was.
I'm truly sorry.
It's all right. Let's save all this for after the performance.
So...
Clearly, everyone needs... The end of the story needs to focus back.
What do you mean?
The Traveler is right. If you could find anything that...
You really think that?
I trust that no...
No.
Well, we'll leave this in your...
Come, let's pay a visit to the Palais...
You want to review some recovered items? Still, since you...
So,
Hey! It's full of script lines!
let me take a look. Looks like she kept a deep... If we'd had the...
Lachey took...
I guess O'Reilly... wait. It cuts her handwriting here. Her final words are... I'll let you read them for you.
She was so terrified.
She may have been a mighty hero in the eyes of... I can't bear to think how painful and lonely... wait. If you become human...
Isn't that the most important line?
Because I am an older sister.
Oh.
So she didn't regret her decision. I'm sure this is what she had their utmost... Let's go.
She deserves a hero's farewell.
Even in the last moments of her life,
She did her best to protect as many people as possible. We know what choice our little Oceanid would have made now. Well, Vilmont, if we put the past aside for now...
I will channel all my regret and put it into my performance. To make the... I won't ask for your forgiveness, and you don't need to worry about my feelings. This final farewell show should be about Director O'Reilly and her alone.
Then it seems like we've reached a consensus. I have a feeling that this will turn out to be the most mesmerizing performance of your lives.
Really? How can you be so sure when you've never even seen them perform before?
Don't underestimate my experience. If you want to move the audience with your music, you must fully and aren't human emotion. I don't believe anybody could be more committed to bringing this story.
Thank you for the vote of
Then, let's not
Actually, before that, I'd like to make a during the curtain call.
Huh? But then...
After all, this role was a rigid. Besides, a role commemorating her life should be.
Well, if you're sure you're okay with that, I have no objection to it.
Now we're talking like a serious acting troupe. All right, I'll leave you to fine-tune your musical while I go and procure a stage.
Procure a stage?
Oh, it's okay. Our usual place doesn't need a reservation.
That place? Oh, don't be silly. For an extraordinary show, we need an extraordinary stage. By which I, of course, mean the Opera Epiclese.
Whoa, wait, what?
No, that's...
The grandest stage in Fontaine.
Finale, right?
I have no problem with it then. How about the rest of you? I'll take your silence as a yes. Thank you for giving us this opportunity.
Well, then don't disappoint me. If you mess this up, it'll reflect poorly on me too. Come on, we'll need to get the go-ahead from Nervilette. I know... Look at that! Looks like I guessed right.
You were just...
I knew you'd be here.
I'm here merely for a short break. It has been a while, Miss Farina. And you too, Traveler in Paimon.
I would like to book the Opera Epiclese for an event.
I understand. The process for booking the Opera Epiclese is complete. The story of the little Oceanid is most fascinating. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I will say, however, that I am surprised to see your passion for the performing arts rekindled after all that has happened.
Huh? What do you mean? Do I look excited?
Yes. And this is the first time that I've seen you like this.
At first, I just felt bad about rejecting them. So I wanted to learn a little bit more about their situation. In the past, we sat in our high chairs in the court. Maybe it's because
I'm truly delighted to see. Now that you've regained some confidence, have you had any...
Why would you...
Well, if the little Oceanid turns out to be a great success, the experiences and decisions of the protagonist, Cleo, are all... It would truly be a shame if you did not take the...
Haven't I already made my... Nor do I think it is any great shame. This experience is a case in point. I
see. I sincerely hope the show will serve...
Thanks, Nervilette.
You are very welcome.
everyone. It's done. Thanks to my eloquent and impassioned speech, we've had to fight every step of the way for a touching story. Now, let's work together and make this show the best it can be.
This is true.
The sooner we can finalize the ending. Fiumal and I just went over some parts of the script and tweaked a few things. I think it's really going to resonate with the audience now.
Wow, you two had a constructive conversation? That's great!
Communication is vital to any good performance.
Look at us.
It's amazing! Even though Farina's...
Please feel free to give us any
Hey, Loic, get over here.
Cursed Cleo. She stole the waters of life from us. She's a fraud, and she must pay for her crimes.
This has nothing to do with her. The ignorance and hatred of our people is to blame. How can we hope to win back the water's favor if we don't change our ways?
This guy could be useful. Take him hostage. If Cleo wants him back, she'll have to show herself.
Leave this place, oh little Oceanid, and never, ever look back!
Everyone's really throwing themselves into their roles. I haven't seen such a if only...
What should we do? It's almost time for her to take the stage!
Hey, what's going on? You're doing... Oh no, not again. But why?
They've been getting less and less effective over time.
What? I thought they cure it. So they were only managing your symptoms?
I figured whatever it took to get me through this final...
How could you do this to yourself? And after that lecture you gave me about not looking after my health.
I'm sorry. I've let everyone down.
You... This is a conversation for...
Miss Farina? I'd...
Say no more. If you're sick, you need to rest. I know what you're going to ask. Loic, your character has no more scenes, correct?
Oh, yeah. I think my scenes are all done. Although, I do have one more line. But I guess another...
Please take Delphi back to her place to rest.
Thank you, Miss
Never mind. What's done is done. No one likes regrets. Myself included. Leave it to me. I've watched you rehearse so...
I do not doubt your acting skills, but please allow me to ask just one more question. What, in your...
It's her pure heart. Despite all the pain and loneliness she had to endure, she never once stopped believing in the beauty in this world.
Well said. I leave Director
Is she here yet?
Must she get here?
She's not coming!
You're wrong. She's here.
Si je pouvais vivre dans l'eau, le monde serait-il plus beau? Me pardonneras-tu, ô chère mère? L'eau dans son courant fait danser nos vies et la cité
What about your wish?
My wish.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Is it just me? Or was that Lady Farina on the stage just now?
She hasn't been seen for a while now, and she just appears out of nowhere? Gotta say, though, her acting skills are as superb as ever.
The little Oceanid, Cleo, played by Aurélie Fumont.
Wait, that's not her name. What's going on?
I don't know. Maybe it's just a doppelganger.
I've spent a lot of time out of the spotlight, and they didn't use my name. It's too bad that I had to break the one clear rule. Still, I have to. It felt good to be back.
Finally, we would like to give a special thanks to our artistic consultant and event coordinator, Miss Farina.
Hey, that's not what we agreed on.
Oh, so it was Farina. She's back.
Honestly, what is he doing?
All right, calm down. After all,
Yes, I know the rule, but...
It's no big deal.
Oh, yeah?
Well, this is a great chat and all, but can we... Paimon flew over...
Oh, I've got no idea. I'll bet the audience...
wait, what about Dolphy?
Oh, let's go check on her as soon as we finish clearing the stage.
Yes. Plus, she'll definitely want to... If nothing else, we can safely... Body and mind. Time to act.
Ah, you're back. She's doing okay. Her condition stabilized after taking some of her original medication.
How did the performance go? Was it a
You'll be good!
That's what I'm so
No, don't worry about it. Like, even though you couldn't see it through to the final scene, the audience was very impressed by your performance.
Well, one way or another, I've had bad luck ever since I was born, so I never expect things to go smoothly in life. I'm just happy to know that we went out.
Blaming your bad luck again, are we? Maybe if you didn't push yourself past your limits so much.
Oh, don't you start.
Aw, you too clear.
I don't know what you're
You mean we never stop?
So, any plans? After the brilliant performance you put on, you could capitalize on the
No, we should still disband.
Yeah, it's what we...
After all that's happened, I should give you guys some space.
Hey, don't just walk off!
I still want to keep performing, so I might join another troupe. After watching Miss Farina's performance, I think I'm starting...
You should do it. It suits you.
Oh, so now you finally got... What about you, Miss Farina?
Well, frankly, you rather sealed my fate there with your special thanks.
Sorry.
It's quite all right. No need to apologize. Maybe Nervillette was right. I still don't wish to pretend to be someone else. Yeah. There was once, but from now on, I want to watch them blossom and wither. I'm sure this is what...
Sounds like you're ready to stop running from your true calling. The more you get out into the world, the more you'll discover.
Then it's a deal. If a vision is a gift from the gods, then I should do my best to honor it.